Hello, I'm Speedway Town Council President David Lindsey. I come to you today to talk about our current efforts to get Speedway back on track. As we begin to see our local economy reopen slowly over the coming weeks, it is important to remember that we have not been given the green flag to return to our pre-pandemic lives. We must continue to proceed with caution, follow the orders in place for Marion County, and continue to take precautions to protect ourselves and our neighbors. We know many residents are eager to get back to living, working, and playing in Speedway. So are we. However, as individuals and as a community, we have a responsibility to make sure we are doing everything we can to keep Speedway moving along the path to full recovery. Allowing the virus to spread rapidly will deplete our healthcare resources and lead to the tightening of restrictions once again. We ask that each of you make a pledge to help Speedway keep moving forward by following posted guidelines and rules. As these change, we will keep you updated. Over the past couple of weeks, there has been a lot of confusing information about where we are as a county in the Governor's Back on Track plan, and more specifically, which order Speedway is obligated to follow. As an excluded town in the Unigov structure of Marion County, we maintain limited autonomy for services such as police, fire, schools, and administration. We are, however, also part of the consolidated city-county government. That's why our residents vote for city-county councilors and the mayor during elections. There are several services and government responsibilities that are performed at the county level. The Marion County Public Health Department is one of those services that our countywide taxes support and whose services extend to our town. As our Public Health Department, they are charged with the responsibility of overseeing the response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is why we have been and will continue to be following the orders put in place by Marion County throughout the duration of the pandemic. We know it can be frustrating for both residents and business owners to see our neighboring counties taking bigger steps toward reopening while we are weeks behind. This doesn't mean we can ignore the orders currently in place for our county. These orders have been put in place due to the higher rates of COVID-19 cases and deaths in our county. Public health officials are continuously monitoring the situation here to determine what rules, recommendations, and reopening allowances should be in place. Our current order is in place until June 1st and is a modified version of Stage 2 of Governor Holcomb's Back on Track plan. Important details include non-essential retail stores who previously were ordered to remain closed may reopen at 50% capacity with social distancing in place. Public gatherings, including religious services, may occur with up to 25 people. Beginning May 22nd, restaurants may open for outdoor seating only with strict social distancing guidelines. Playgrounds, shelters, and other park facilities are still closed. Trails, walking paths, and green space will remain open. Salons and other personal services must remain closed until at least June 1st. Non-essential manufacturing and industrial activities also remain closed until at least June 1st. Bars, gyms, museums, and other establishments must remain closed until future phases. And indoor seating at restaurants remain closed until further notice. Our hope is that on June 1st we will have continued to see a decline in the impact of COVID-19 on our community, at which point we would be able to lift more restrictions and take the next step towards a full reopening. In order for us to get to that point, the County Health Department requests your support and cooperation in slowing the spread. It is important to note that compliance with these guidelines is regularly monitored and impacts health experts' advice on tightening restrictions. We are all responsible for continuing to proceed with caution and compliance as we move on to the next stage of reopening. You can help by wearing a face covering in public, frequently washing your hands, maintaining 6 feet between yourself and others when in public. Stay home when you're sick. Limit public gatherings to 25 people or fewer, with high-risk individuals and those over the age of 65 being encouraged to stay home. Work remotely when possible, and restrict travel to essential trips only. We all know our businesses are hurting right now and need your support. That is why we have been working with our local restaurant owners to expand outdoor seating where possible to serve the maximum number of customers while still safely social distancing. Over the next couple of weeks, you might see tables in parking lots or in parking stalls along the street. Please be patient as our street department and our businesses work together to find the most efficient and accessible ways to make these restrictions work for our residents. If you own a business and are looking for more information about current regulations or are wanting to make adjustments to increase social distancing safely, please reach out to Tim Gropp, our Economic Development Director. Finally, we are excited that our seniors at Speedway High School will have the graduation of a lifetime. After missing out on so many experiences over the past few months, we are grateful for the partnership and support of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in creating what will be a momentous occasion for our seniors and their families. Though the ride across the yard of bricks is limited to 1 car per senior, Sparkplug fans will be able to show their support by lining the parade route through town. We encourage you to cheer on our seniors as they drive to the track in their cap and gowns. For those who cannot be there, SCTV will be providing the opportunity for viewers to live stream the parade and the ceremony on the track. The parade route and live stream information will be found on our website at www.speedwayin.gov. We know that Speedway is a community that comes together during times of need. This has been evident now more than ever. We are proud of each and every one of our students for completing their school year, parents for stepping up to the plate when teaching was not their specialty, our first responders for continuing to keep us safe, and all of our essential workers for being out on the front lines during the pandemic. We have shown that even in some of the most difficult moments, the town of Speedway knows how to keep moving forward. But we have not crossed the finish line yet. As we come up on what would have been one of the greatest days of the year in Speedway, please continue to practice social distancing guidelines. Keep informed on the latest public health orders and proceed with patience, caution, and respect for your neighbors. Though it may take longer than we'd like, we will get back on track once again. Thank you.